If you want to know where people actually pass or fail the PMP, it's not in the books. It's here. Practice exams. This is the point where confidence either solidifies or collapses. And if you avoid this phase, the exam will expose it. Let me be clear about what I did. I didn't take 1 or 2 practice exams. I took a lot. Full-length exams, timed sets, short situational blocks, enough that the structure of the questions stopped feeling foreign. Not to chase a score, to train judgment. Because here's the mistake that most people make. They look at the score first and then move on. That's backwards. Your score tells you almost nothing. Your wrong answers tell you everything. Every incorrect choice is a signal. Not that you're weak, but that your thinking didn't match the exam's logic yet. This is where people rush. They skim explanations, they say, okay, got it, and then move on. That's how gaps survive. When I reviewed practice exams, I spent more time on wrong answers than right ones. I asked, what was my answer tempting? What assumption did I make? What did the exam reward instead? That's the work. At this point, you might be wondering how many practice exams is enough. There's no magic number, but there is a signal. You stop seeing surprises. When the questions start feeling familiar, not easy, but understandable, that's when you move from studying to validating. That transition matters. Studying is about learning concepts. Validating is about pressure testing decisions. If you're still learning new material, then full exams are premature. If you're no longer learning, but still uncertain, practice exams are exactly where you should be. Now let's talk about something newer and more powerful if you use it correctly. AI-generated practice questions. Used poorly, they're dangerous. Used well, they're incredibly effective. I used AI to generate situational PMP questions. Not to memorize, but to test my reasoning. And one of the best options here is PMI Infinity, which is free with your PMI membership. It's built on PMI's own content and terminology. That means the language, framing, and logic stay aligned with the exam, which matters a lot at this stage. The rule I followed was simple. Here's what I only used AI to do. Create scenarios, present multiple plausible answers, and force a decision. I never treated AI as authoritative. Instead, I asked, which option aligns with predictability? Which choice reduces dependency on me? Which response reflects servant leadership? That's ethical use. You're not trying to cheat the exam, you're training judgment. And there's one more trap to avoid here. Don't keep studying forever. There's a point where more input stops helping and starts creating more noise. When your scores stabilize, when the explanations make sense, when you can articulate why an answer is right, that's when you stop consuming and start validating. The exam doesn't reward last-minute cramming, it rewards consistency. So here's the takeaway I want you to hold on to. Read the explanations every time, even when you're right, and especially when you're wrong. Because passing the PMP isn't about how many questions you answer, it's about whether your thinking matches what the exam has been asking all along.